Hello my friends, Stephanie here, and I'm back with more movie chatter. And yes, I haven't gotten far. I am here for part 2 of my July and August Blu-ray haul. I am in the same shirt, I'm sitting in the same chair. It's about 5 minutes since I finished the last video that hopefully you watched already. And now I'm just going to go through my standard Blu-ray titles because there are quite a few in here that I wanted to give some bullet points on, and I didn't want the videos to run too long. So I am going to start out with Best Buy released a bunch of horror titles with some lenticular slipcovers, and I believe it was $8 movie money towards It Chapter 2 tickets. And some of these have never had a slipcover release, so the ones I picked up were either the ones that I needed slipcovers for or the ones that have never had a slipcover release. And the first one is the original Conjuring. And the lenticular part is really just in their eyes. I don't know if you can even see it. Hopefully you can see it in the camera there. But these were really, I got these for cheap. They were like $6 or $7, I think. And the next one is Conjuring 2. This one never had a slipcover release, so I grabbed that. The first Conjuring, of course, I got it after I missed the slipcover, so that's why I grabbed that one. Now, this one, I got the original Annabelle because I've never seen it. I didn't own it. I had Annabelle, is it Creations? I think it's Creations. I really enjoyed that one, but I heard that the first Annabelle was really not good. But I don't know. I really enjoyed this one. And I liked finding out like her origin story. It's kind of an origin story. And I enjoyed it. Look at those eyes. Look what she is, a total creeper. She freaks me out, Annabelle. But anyway, let me know down in the comments, did you like Annabelle or no? Did you prefer the second one or neither one? And this next one, I have a digibook of it, but I never had it on Blu-ray. The Exorcist. Look at ugh. What a creepy thing that is. And fun fact about The Exorcist, if you've been around the channel, you might have heard me say this before, but when I got my first home theater set up, I decided to watch The Exorcist as my first home theater experience. That was my first movie I watched on my new home theater. I was home alone. It was about midnight, maybe 1 in the morning. By the time I had gotten done setting everything up, scared the life out of me. There was stuff behind me. I was so unprepared, and this movie freaks me out. To this day, it freaks me out. The next one I got, Poltergeist. Again, I think I have a steelbook of this. I can't remember, but I know I never had just a standard Blu-ray of it. And then, of course, I got It, the remake of It. I just love that. I don't know if you can see it. And I'm really looking forward to It Chapter 2. And the last one I got, this one never had a slipcover release. It is the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I love this movie. I think it's great. I think it's one of the best remakes. Love it. So, I picked up that one. So let me know, those are the ones I picked up. Let me know in the comments if you picked up any of these lenticulars from Best Buy. And now we're just going to get right into the Blu-rays, and I'll tell you which ones I watched, give you a few thoughts on them, and we will wrap this one up. The first one comes from executive producer Robert Redford, and it is called The Mustang. And this had a lot of hype before it came out. I saw everybody was buzzing around the trailers, and then it came out and it never released in the big theaters. It was kind of, there was a small indie theater near me with very limited show times, and I wasn't able to get up there. So I was really looking forward to getting this on a home release, and I was not disappointed. It's basically about our main guy here, Roman, and he is in a prison in Nevada where they participate in a program where they train wild Mustangs. And this is actually based on a real program. At the end of the movie, they show you people who have participated in the real program. Anyway, they round up these wild Mustangs, they take them to prisons. I believe it's in 4 states. And they have the prisoners work with these wild Mustangs, and they train them. And then at the end of the training period, they auction them off to be working with like Border Patrol and things like that. So this was his story, and he's kind of a guy who's having a hard time. He doesn't get along with people. He's been in solitary confinement. They ask him what he wants to do, and he says, anything where I don't have to deal with any people. So they put him on kind of like yard duty where he's cleaning up outside. and he notices this horse that's being kept separate from everybody. He's kind of wild. Nobody wants to go near him. They say he's dangerous. And the gentleman, Bruce Dern, plays the guy who runs the program, and he kind of invites him on a trial basis to work with this horse that's very difficult. And it is really, the movie is really about his relationship with this horse and how it kind of helps him come into his own and remember how to kind of have like any kind of a connection and humanness about him. So I found this to be a very moving movie, very moving story, a really great program. I was happy to learn about the program, and I'm really looking forward to sitting down and watching the extras. So if you haven't seen this, I highly recommend getting it. I don't know, they don't have the extras listed on the back, but I know there were some special features that I saw on the menu that I do want to go back and watch. But yeah, the Mustang, if you have not seen it, I highly, highly recommend it. Excellent movie. And the next one is from, let me see if they say when it's from. Yeah, 2019. Johnny Depp in The Professor. This was great. Johnny Depp was on top of his game in this. I'm speechless. He was so good. Basically what it is he plays a college professor who, within the first 2 minutes of the movie, finds out that he has about 6 months left to live. He has a wife and a young daughter, and he decides that he is just going to live his life the way he wants, and this is his story. It is poignant, it is funny, it is moving, it will make you laugh, it will make you cry, everything. And Johnny Depp is just so good. Whether you like him or not, he is fantastic in this. So if you haven't seen The Professor, highly recommend it. There's the front. But yeah, this was such a nice surprise, and I heard nothing about it. I think I saw the trailer on another movie, but yeah, The Professor, excellent. Now this one I have not watched at home. I saw it in the movies. It is Hotel Mumbai, and it stars Dev Patel and Armie Hammer. And I'm just going to read to you from the back. True story of humanity and heroism. Hotel Mumbai vividly recounts the 2008 siege of the famed Taj Hotel by a group of terrorists in Mumbai, India. So this was excellent. I actually took my parents to see it in the movies, and Dev Patel plays a worker at the Taj Hotel, and when the terrorists come in, all the hotel workers are trying to get they're very well off people, and they're trying to keep them safe, and they have these secret rooms. And it shows the story of how they tried to get these people out of harm's way when these terrorists came in and took over the building. And it is a frightening movie, but it really is about the selflessness and the heroism of the workers in the hotel. It's a really amazing movie. And Dev Patel, fabulous as always. Armie Hammer is great. And it's a really great movie about a really terrible thing. But yeah, well worth it. I would highly recommend it. And this movie was my friend Juan from Popcorn Flicks. I'm going to link his Instagram and his website down in the comments in the description. He was on me for months to watch this movie, and I said, I'm going to watch it. I finally got around to watching it. I saw it on Amazon Prime, and I had to own it. It got a Golden Globe Award, Best Motion Picture, Foreign Language nominee for 2019. Shoplifters. This was so good. It's such a great surprise. It's Japanese with English subtitles. So what we have is this family that's living together, and basically what they're doing is the adults are teaching the kids how to shoplift to survive. And this movie was really interesting because in the beginning I kind of felt like I was missing something, and I was saying, am I missing it because of the subtitles? Am I dozing off? Am I just missing something? And then something happens around the end of the second act, and the whole movie just makes sense. It all comes together. It is amazing. The cast is amazing. The story is amazing. The writing is so good. It's so on point, and It is a really great movie. It's very moving. It's really emotional, and I can't wait to watch it again because I'm sure that I'm going to have a different experience now that I know the turn that takes place. Watching it from the beginning, knowing that, I'm going to try and pick up on cues that maybe I missed. But yeah, he was on me. Juan was on me for months to watch this, and I finally watched it, and I said I was blown away. So yeah, I went online, I found the Blu-ray. Shoplifters, there it is. And definitely check this out. You can check it out. It's not on Netflix, it's on Amazon Prime. I think I rented it for $3, maybe $4, and it was a 48-hour rental, but I really wanted to own it because I'm definitely going to revisit it and see what I missed. Shoplifters, awesome. And this one, I am not really a fan of romantic comedies, but I love Seth Rogen, and this one was so much fun, so unexpected, and I really enjoyed this way more than I really ever thought I would, and it's better than it has a right to be. Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron in Longshot. Charlize Theron plays Secretary of State. Seth Rogen is a childhood friend of hers who happens to be a journalist, but he is a journalist who goes rogue. He says what he wants, he does what he wants, he doesn't care what the rules are, and she hires him to be her speechwriter, and things go from there. That's all I'm going to say about it, but there's a lot of laughs and a lot of great moments. There are some touching moments, there's some funny moments, you get a little bit of everything, and I am not a fan of romantic comedies or anything like that, but anything with Seth Rogen, I'm up for it, and this did not disappoint. It is one of those rare occasions where I will say, I enjoyed a romantic comedy, and this is it. So definitely check out Longshot if you haven't seen it yet. And this one was a Shout Factory release, and it is called Charlie Says. And this is the story of three of the gals. I'm going to read from the back. Years after the shocking murders that made the name Charles Manson synonymous with pure evil, the three women who killed for him, Leslie Van Houten, Patricia Krenwinkel, and Susan Atkins, remain under the spell of the infamous cult leader. And this shows how these three gals ended up in his cult or family, as you want to call it, and how he influenced them. And I forget the guy's name who plays, must be Matt Smith, plays Charles Manson. He does a fantastic job as Charles Manson. He knocks it out of the park. But it's pretty good as far as showing how how the family started out, how it started out as all about love and peace, and how it took an ugly turn towards violence. My issue with this is that these women did horrible, horrendous things for him because he told them to do it, but they kind of made them out to be victims in the movie a little bit, and I'm not really digging that. I don't see them as victims. They were adult women who made choices, and they made bad choices for a bad man. Were they under his control? I guess so. Obviously, there was some who knows what going on, but I would definitely say this is worth a rent. I wouldn't go out and buy it. I would say it's worth a rent. But that was my big thing with this. I thought the story was pretty good. The acting was good. I didn't like I said, I didn't like that they made them out to be victims. But yeah, Charlie Says was definitely a decent watch. And now this one was from 2010. I believe this was a Hamilton book pickup. It stars Casey Affleck and Jessica Alba and Kate Hudson in The Killer Inside Me. And again, I'm just going to read from the back. Oscar-nominated Casey Affleck gives his most chilling performance yet in the controversial crime drama The Killer Inside Me. When Affleck's sheriff is asked to railroad a talkative prostitute out of town before she makes trouble, he realizes it's easier to just get rid of her for good. So Casey Affleck is a deputy sheriff, and he starts committing murders, and he has to cover up his own murders with, yes, more murders. But really good, very surprising, great ending, great story. The only thing I would have liked to have seen with this one is maybe a little more backstory into what made him tick. Casey Affleck definitely gives probably the best performance I've ever seen him give. But I just thought the movie needed a little bit more backstory into why he was the way he was. But other than that, really, really good. Really solid. Again, this is one, if you can find it for cheap. I think I got this for $3 on Hamilton Book. I would definitely give it another look. But if not, I would say look for it online if you can stream it online. But yeah, The Killer Inside Me was a good one. And then this one stars Sam Rockwell. It's called The Best of Enemies, and this is based on a true story of a true friendship and how it came about, and I'll read it to you. A timely drama that centers on an unlikely relationship between Ann Atwater, an outspoken civil rights activist, and C.P. Ellis, played by Sam Rockwell. In a community, they co-chaired a community summit battling over the desegregation of schools in Durham, North Carolina during the racially charged summer of 1971. The incredible events that unfolded would change Durham and the lives of Atwater and Ellis forever. Sam Rockwell gives an amazing performance as the head of the KKK in Durham, North Carolina. And who plays, I can't say her name, Taraji P. Henson. She's from Hidden Figures. She gives a fantastic performance as Ann Atwater, and they are co-chairing this committee that has to decide. A black elementary school has burned down, primarily burned down. There's a little bit left of it, and they have to decide if they're going to bring all the schools together and you know, do the desegregation. Yeah, desegregation of the schools. And this is back in 1971, where racism was still alive and well in Durham, North Carolina. And it's how the community learned to sit and listen to each other. And this is a pretty amazing story. And it formed amazing friendships that came from very unlikely places. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Watch it. It's a great, great movie and a great story. And now, these last 4 movies I picked up because you guys recommended them. The first one was because I liked The Upside. I haven't watched it yet, but it's The Intouchables, which is the original French movie that The Upside is based on, so I'm looking forward to watching this one. And then these next 3 were recommendations that you guys gave me based on my top 10 Asian horror movies. The first one is A Tale of Two Sisters. Haven't watched these yet. The second one is Creepy. I got the Masters, Eureka Masters of Cinema version, because this is, I believe, Region B locked. Yeah, and I have a Region 3 player upstairs. And the last one is Thirst. And I'm working on getting the other ones that you guys recommended. So those are my Blu-ray pickups. That is the end of my Blu-ray haul for the month. But I want to show you, I got 2 NECA figures. One was a gift. It is the Laurie Strode NECA from Halloween 2018. Hopefully you'll be able to see her in there and all her little action parts. I am going to put these up in my room, and you will see them in the room tour, which I am going to do when I return from vacation. I'm going up to Maine for a week. I'm still going to have videos posting because I've uploaded them and I have them scheduled to be released. But when I come back Labor Day weekend, around a little after Labor Day weekend, I will do my updated room tour. And I got Michael Myers from Halloween 2018 as well. So he will be on display also. And I'm looking forward to sharing all that with you, but I wanted to show you the 2 figures that I did get. So that is going to do it for my Blu-ray update, my Blu-ray haul for July and August. And I want to thank you guys as always for watching. You know I appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, leave me some comments, recommendations, suggestions, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you'll know when my videos go live. And that is going to do it for me today. I'm going to go eat some dinner because I am so hungry. So until we meet again, my friends, that's a wrap.